Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to be making some Milanesa empanizada, which is battered Milanesa. So I'm going to need about 2 pounds of the Milanesa beef meat. I added some flour, 3 eggs with some milk. I already whisked them. And of course, the last dip is the flour, and I already seasoned it with salt and pepper. So for now, I'm gonna season the meat with black pepper and salt for taste. And these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be needing. And of course, a skillet with some oil. And I'm already preheating that so we can start making this delicious Milanesa. Okay, so I pre-seasoned the Milanesa with some salt and pepper. So the first step is I'm gonna go ahead and put some flour, and then just get it coated real good so the egg can stick to the meat. So we're gonna put all that nice flour on the Milanesa. Then we're gonna put it through the egg, and we're gonna get it real nice and coated, and make sure everything gets wet real good so the last coat of flour and cracker can stick to it very well. So let's continue to coat this. Like I said, I did season the egg a little bit with salt and pepper to make sure that we get those flavors on the meat. And then from this one we go to the last coat of flour. So we're adding all this, and then make sure we coat it really good. Sorry, excuse me, I'm just getting out of COVID, so I'm in the last part of it. So I get a little hoarse still when I talk a lot, but thank God I've been negative for 4 days, so I'm doing good. But so this is how I'm going to be making my Milanesa, and it's completely coated. So let me continue with the rest of the Milanesas. And before I put them in the skillet is already getting warm. I need to get that temperature to 350 degrees before I drop the Milanesa. So for meanwhile, I'm going to place it here, and then of course continue the process with the next Milanesa, and the same thing. Coat it with flour. Make sure it's real nice and coated, the whole meat, so we can get the egg to stick well on it, and just continue with the process. So that's how I do my Milanesa. So this is how I follow. So from the flour again, we go to the egg, and then get this real nice and wet, and then flip it around and continue the process. So just make sure we get everything nice and wet, and then there we go. And then we go to the last coat of the flour. Make sure we get it nice and wet, and nice and coated with the last part of the flour, and need to flip it to make sure everything is in there and that it's really nice and soaked and the flour sticks to it real well. So in order to have a real nice and fried Milanesa, you need to make sure that flour is in there. So like I said, so this is a process before I put it into the skillet. And like I said, it continued to warm. I need to get it to the 365 degree, or at least 350, and then we place them here in our plate. So let me continue the process with all the Milanesas and then go to the next step. Okay, so this is a skillet. Like I said, it was already preheating. I'm gonna check the temperature now. I want to make sure that it's at least at 350 degrees. and it's already indicating that it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and start frying now. Okay, so the Milanesa is going in. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and fry it. I don't like thin Milanesas, so I didn't pound mine. I've purchased some at different restaurants here in town, and the Milanesas are so thin that it looks like paper, and that's what I don't like. I like a nice piece of meat, and of course some batter. Not a lot of batter as well, but these are the way that I like my Milanesa. Let me continue to cook 3 to 4 minutes on each side before I go ahead and take it out. So I went ahead and I flipped the Milanesa. It's still looking so beautiful. It's nice and golden. So I'm going to continue with the process of the next 4 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and take it out and continue with the next. So I put in the second Milanesa. So let's put it again, like I said, 3 or 4 minutes on each side. And then the first one is here. It's nice and crispy, really pretty. And I'm getting ready to finish this up so we can start plating and do our taste test. So my Milanesas are done. They're nice and golden brown. And then now I'm going to go ahead and serve to taste. So this is the final result. This is my Milanesa. And of course, I'm going to serve it with rice, beans, and some guacamole. And of course, the best thing, flour tortillas. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my plate. Thank you.